Jeff Tiedrich this morning. What kind of dip buys a Bible from a racist adulterer? Little Donnie face is what would happen if the seven deadly sins became a real boy. Oh, jeez. Anyhow, he's asking the question, why, what kind of idiot would buy a Bible from a guy who was, porking a porn star while his wife was pregnant with his son? Over at Axios, Zachary Basu has some thoughts on this. Trump has developed a sense of impunity, he writes, when it comes to religious messaging because of this grand compromise he's cut with the Christian conservatives. I'll give you judges who will outlaw abortion. You give me your votes, basically. And hawking Bibles is just the latest example. Trump famously is not religious, and he once told a religious group he's never asked God for forgiveness, which is, step one in every religion, or at least every monotheistic religion. He's repeatedly refused to name his favorite Bible verse. Obviously, he doesn't have one. His family never went to church. He never went to church. He's never been to Sunday school. He's, when he was asked about something in the Bible, he talked about 2 Corinthians. It's not 2 Corinthians, it's 2 Corinthians. Oh, God. But, he thrilled his white evangelical supporters by putting right-wing white crackpots on the court. His former budget director, Russell Vought, developed plans to infuse Christian nationalism into his second-term agenda. And Trump has repeatedly claimed that the radical left is persecuting Christians. In a December rally, he said, we're going to create a new federal task force of fighting anti-Christian bias. He's also, his rhetoric has gotten more and more apocalyptic. It's very kind of last days-ish, even messianic. He compared himself to Jesus yesterday. In one video that is played at his rallies, this narrator's voice says, on June 14th, 1946, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a caretaker. So God gave us Trump. Right. On his first day of his New York civil trial, he shared a picture of Jesus sitting next to him in the trial. I mean, this week he dropped a message that said, it's ironic that Christ walked through his greatest persecution the very week they're trying to steal your property from you. He retweeted somebody else's, or Truth Social or whatever. 64% of Republicans think Trump is a man of faith. How do you get to that? This is just mind-boggling. And he's hustling Bibles for $60. Bibles that cost $1 to print. And again, it's a revenue share deal. Somebody else is providing the Bibles. He doesn't actually own the business. And this is one of the things. He owns his apartment in Trump Tower, but he doesn't own most of Trump Tower, which is pretty amazing too. I mean, I think an awful lot of the collateral he couldn't put up because he either didn't own it or he was so deeply in debt.